Having a pool of competent English-speaking graduates has paid off. With the rise of call centers in the country, many graduates no longer have to leave their families to seek greener pastures abroad. And joining us tonight to talk about these opportunities and challenges as well, we have with us the Country Manager of RMH Teleservices, Mr. Russ Sandlin. Good evening and welcome.
Thank you, Ces. How are you?
You obviously have to work despite most of our countrymen enjoying the holiday.
Absolutely. We only celebrate the American holidays that are participated in America. So here, unfortunately, I had to work, just like you.
And 1,500 or so operators, is that how we call
That's right.
them?
Well,
are now busy.
That's right. We have technical support agents, we have customer service agents, we have sales agents, collection advocates. So we've got a wide range of jobs and duties that we take care of upstairs from here.
The Quezon City as a host of a call center operator is, I would say, is new.
I'd agree.
What are the advantages of locating in Quezon City? Well, of course, we have to say that it's ABS CBN actually that hosts RMH.
Well, Quezon City gives us a advantage over the other call centers because more people live in Quezon City than any other community within the Manila district. So we're accessible. I think that in driving from Makati to Quezon City on EDSA, I knew that I wanted to be in Quezon City and not Makati. It's also
so you're saying that workers, employees don't have to commute.
That's right.
Don't commute from Quezon City to Makati, which is generally where most of the employment would be, I suppose.
Yeah, about 80% of the call center agents are based in Makati right now, and then a small percentage in Ortigas. So about 60% of the population lives in Quezon City, though. So we really set out to find the best place to be in the middle area, and that's why we chose Quezon City.
So you're saying that it's actually a wise move. It's surprising that other call center operators haven't seen Quezon City as a more attractive site, or considered Quezon City.
We were contrarian when we picked Quezon City, and I think we're very lucky. And I imagine other competition will come, but that's one of the things that has insulated us and allowed us to grow. And I think that helps us a great deal.
Let's go into, well, the challenges and opportunities in the Philippines. You have been all over, shall we say, the Middle East and the Asia Pacific.
Right.
What would be the advantages of the Philippines as compared to, well, India is indeed the #1 supplier of
That's right.
Workforce, no?
I've worked both in the Philippines, Mexico, Canada, India, all over the place. And one of the things that led me here and our company here is the wonderful talent here. I'm humbled when I talk to my people and see how educated they are, how intelligent they are, how well-spoken they are. So if I look compared to American workers as well. In America,
really?
20 years ago,
we would compare favorably?
You would yes, you would be more favorable than the U.S. call centers today because a call center position is not very attractive to an American anymore. Although 20 years ago it was. When I was in college, I loved going into the call center industry. But now, today, it's hard for Americans to find a labor pool to come work there.
Because?
There's other positions that they prefer to have at this point. Philippines is catching up, but the more advanced economy of the United States allows for more technical positions, things like that.
So that's the advantage. What about what's the downside, or what are the challenges since you've located here?
Well, it's hard to say it's a downside.
Sorry, but I do understand that one is already the dearth of the talented workforce. I mean, you're saying that you're amazed at the talent, but already there's a shortage as the demand increases.
Absolutely. We're trying to hire about 500 people right now, and we're really having to get out there and advertise, and we're in competition with so many other companies. And I think that as there's more of a English curriculum taught in the schools, we'll see more and more talent coming out. But right now, there's not that many freshers graduating compared to, say, India, where you've got, you know, good 50, 75,000 people graduating every semester that are there as a talent in each of the larger centers like Mumbai.
Well, because they have a bigger population.
Yeah, they got about 10 times more people there.
Or also the quality of education. Can you say that? How do we compare in terms of...
We've been very happy with the quality of education here. We link up with the local colleges to really help them to make that transition from college life to working with us as their first job. So I'd say that we rate very highly here in the Philippines compared to other areas. In the United States, very few people in the call centers have college degrees. Very few. So,
but of course they're speaking, I mean, English is their native language.
Well, the English of the people that we hire is at parity. Everybody in the United States has accents. I've opened call centers in portions of America where the people had more difficulty speaking English than the people that we have here at RMH. So,
really?
yes.
But okay, you're seeking to hire 500. To get that pool of workers, how many do you have to interview? I mean, what's the rejection rate?
Right now,
I understand it's quite high.
Yeah, we only hire 7% of the people that come in. So every 100 people that come in,
you only get 7.
We only get 7 right now. Although we're working with some partners here locally, a company called Teledevelopment, to come in with a test that will allow us to hire the right people, and the people that are near hires, people that are almost there, that could almost do it. We'll have an expanded curriculum so that they'll be able to make it. It's very difficult to delineate in a oral interview who's right there to be ready to be hired, who can do it in training and learn it, and who's somebody who needs more expanded training. So we're excited about piloting that, and we think that we'll be able to increase our odds of hiring more people because of it.
But I do understand that the issue there is who shoulders the cost of further training. Is it the call center operator, the applicant, your client, or a training, the school?
There are so many different ways of doing it. What we do now is if we've hired them, we actually give them their pay, and we help them with parking. We actually provide them with a meal. On the near hire, we give them a stipend, if you will, to help them, and we feed them. But
while they're undergoing training.
That's right. That's just a 1 week, and we partner with Teledevelopment to do that. So
it's your cost. You bear the cost.
We do. And it's a limited cost for the near hires, but for our actual hires, the people that we actually hire, we shoulder the full burden.
So what do you see, can our educational institutions, government, and perhaps the private sector, what can they do to improve this average? It's actually ironic in a sense that you have to reject so many when the unemployment rate is so high.
Yeah, it really is.
It's tragic, actually.
It is.
Think about it.
It really is, and they want to have a job so bad. So it breaks my heart sometimes when we see people that we can't quite hire. That's why we launched this near hire program, though, so that we can really expand that market of people that we can hire. I think that news programs like this are really helpful because it's in English. I was so afraid I was going to have to speak in Tagalog, and I was like, where's my dictionary? but things like this.
So you're saying access to English-speaking programs on television, perhaps audiovisual exposure.
Absolutely.
To programs, whether entertainment or educational or news.
Absolutely, that'll only help. If you look at the industry here in the Philippines, it's already bringing in $500 million a year, U.S., into the Philippine economy. That's huge.
That's huge, but so minuscule compared to where India is.
Yeah, India is at $5.5 billion a year, as is Canada about $5 billion a year. So some people say that
compared to $500 million.
That's right. But some people say that the Philippines could catch up, though. It all rests upon increasing the labor pool of talent who can speak English.
The thing is, it's not. I mean, it's not something you can do quickly.
It's not overnight. That's right. In fact, in China, where people think it's going to be the BPO capital 10 years from now, they're actively looking for English trainers to come there right now because they're mandating
Perhaps those people you want to hire are going to China. Is that
well, maybe 10 years from now they will. That's true. We might be losing some English speakers from here in the Philippines. You're right, that are going to teach English. I hadn't thought of that. But we certainly are losing out to China in manufacturing, even here